Imagine trying to sell your house and ending up being tricked into selling it to someone who isn't even the real owner. Sounds confusing, right? Well, that's exactly the kind of witty chaos Sacha Guitry creates in his one act play Villa for Sale. Today, we will explore not just the story, but the satire, the humor, and the sharp human psychology that makes this short play unforgettable. Before we begin, let's talk a little about the writer. Sacha Guitry, he was a French playwright, actor, and filmmaker known for his sparkling wit and satirical take on human behavior. Most of his works explore how people pretend in relationships, in business, and even in their moral values. Now, Villa for Sale is one of his clever one-act comedies that look simple on the surface, just a property being sold. But underneath, it's a study of greed, pretense, and opportunism. The play features only a few characters, but through their conversations, we see how every person tries to gain an advantage over another. So, students, as you listen, try to notice who is the honest one and who is simply acting. The play opens up with Juliet, the owner of a villa, who is desperate to sell her property. Her maid is talking about how film actors are moving into the area. The Johnville studios nearby are becoming popular. It is a light and funny opening, but there is a touch of frustration in Juliet's tone. She is tired of waiting for buyers who visit, praise the house, and leave without buying. Now, I want you to imagine this. You have been trying to sell your old car or your old house online for months, and every time someone shows interest, they just vanish. That's exactly how Juliet feels. Soon, a couple arrives, Jean and Gaston. Jean is excited, she's fallen in love with the villa already. But Gaston, her husband, is reluctant, almost bored, he doesn't really want to buy. You know that moment when one partner wants something badly and the other says, "We don't need this." That's Gaston here, skeptical and unwilling. Juliet tries to convince them. She says the villa is a perfect location, beautifully furnished, and of course for sale at 250,000 francs, though she could come down to 200,000. Now notice Guitry's technique here. He uses negotiation as a form of dialogue comedy. Each line sounds practical, but underneath every character is calculating. Juliet wants to sell, Jean wants to buy, Gaston wants to escape, at least at first. But here's where the twist begins. While Jean goes upstairs to look at the rooms, a new character enters. Mrs. A.I. Smith, an American lady. She is rich, confident, and impulsive. She wants to buy the villa immediately without even inspecting it properly. She represents the new money attitude, ready to spend but often superficial. Now think for a second. What would you do if a stranger walked into a house you don't own and wanted to buy it? Most of us would say, "Sorry, I am not the owner." But Gaston doesn't. He sees an opportunity. Gaston, pretending to be the owner, cleverly negotiates with Mrs. A.I. Smith. He offers the villa for 300,000 francs. That's 100,000 more than Juliet's lowest price. Mrs. A.I. Smith agrees to buy it instantly. Now, the irony is beautiful. The man who didn't even want to buy the villa is now selling it, and the woman who wanted to sell it ends up being fooled by him. This is classic Sacha Guitry, turning a simple situation into a game of greed and wit. Meanwhile, Jean comes back downstairs unaware of what's going on. Gaston quickly finalizes the deal. He buys the villa from Juliet at 200,000 francs and in the same breath sells it to Mrs. A.I. Smith for 300,000 francs. The profit? 100,000 francs, just through clever manipulation. This is where Guitry subtly exposes human nature. How quickly morals bend when there is money involved. It's not just about real estate, it's about the real estate of mind. Everyone in the play is performing. Juliet acts desperate, Gaston acts innocent, Mrs. A.I. Smith acts superior. They are all wearing masks. Let's pause here, students. Ask yourselves, is Gaston clever or corrupt? Was Juliet naive or was she just unlucky? That's the brilliance of the play. Guitry doesn't judge. He simply shows people as they are, ambitious, funny, foolish, and greedy all at once. So, what do we take away from Villa for Sale? On the surface, it's a light comedy about a house being sold, but beneath the laughter, it's a mirror reflecting human desires, materialism, and the way we value money more than honesty. The play mocks the superficiality of society. People are more interested in profit than principle. And through the fast-paced, witty dialogues, Guitry reminds us that life itself is full of small performances. We are all actors trying to get the best deal. So, dear students, what do you think? Was Gaston right to take the advantage of the situation? Or was he simply another victim of human greed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, share and subscribe for more detailed literature discussions. Next time, we will explore another powerful play, but until then remember, every transaction in life reveals a bit of our character, and Villa for Sale shows exactly how.